हरि बोल, हरि बोल। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यमुना तीरा वनचारी, यमुना तीरा वनचारी, जयो राधा माधवा बिहारी, जयो राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। ओम विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र श्रीमद् His Divine Grace Abhaya Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, Gandhra Srimad-Bhagavatam ki, Srimati Tulsi Maharani ki, Samaved Bhakta Vrinda ki, Sai Gaura Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The hot water. Narayana Namaskritya Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtapraye Swabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad-Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 4, Text 32, 33, Text 32, in the matter of the appearance of Sri Narada. Tasya evam hilam atmanam tasaivam kilamatmanam manasya manyamanasya kidhyataha manyamanasya kidhyataha manyamanasya kidhyataha Krishnasya Naradaha Abhyaga Krishnasya Naradobhyaga Ashramam Prag Udahritam Ashramam Prag Udahritam Taisaivam Kilamatmanam Manyamanasya Kidhyataha Krishnasya Naradobhyaga Ashramam Pragudahritam Tassaivam Kilamatmanam Manyamanasya Kidhyataha Krishnasya Naradobhyaga Ashramam Pragudahritam. Tasya is evam thus kilam inferior atmanam soul manyamanasya thinking within the mind vidyataha regretting krishnasya of Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa Naradaha Abhyagat Narada came there Ashramam the cottage Prag before Sahritam said. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhaya Charnarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. As mentioned before, Narada reached the cottage of Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa on the banks of Saraswati, just as Vyasadeva was regretting his defects. Purport. The vacuum felt by Vyasadeva was not due to his lack of knowledge. Bhagavata Dharma is purely devotional service of the Lord to which the monist has no access. The monist is not counted amongst the Paramahamsas, the most perfect of the renounced order of life. Srimad-Bhagavatam is full of narrations of the transcendental activities of the personality of Godhead. Although Vyasadeva was an empowered divinity, he still felt dissatisfaction because in none of his works were the transcendental activities of the Lord properly explained. The inspiration was infused by Sri Krishna directly in the heart of Vyasadeva, and thus he felt the vacuum as explained above. It is definitely expressed herewith that without the transcendental loving service of the Lord, everything is void. But in the transcendental service of the Lord, everything is tangible, without any separate attempt at fruity work or empiric philosophical speculation. Translation with repetition. As mentioned before, Narada reached the cottage of Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa on the banks of Saraswati, just as Vyasadeva was regretting his defects. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Namah Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Ti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschad Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Make it swing. Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Guru Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Mayam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapadagamanam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakamitam Vanjakalpaturubhyascha Kripa Sundubhyavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripatamam Mande Shri Gurum Dinatajanam Yat Anandam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Prabhupada Padita Pavanam. Hare Krishna. So how is Madras, Chennai Yatra? I see more people. That's good. So the old things are going, new things are coming. It's nice. As said here, old realization has to go and new realization has to come. This is the life of a devotee. A devotee's life, every day is a new day because he comes with more better realization of Krishna consciousness. So here Vyasadeva also, he is bettering himself. Even though he is incarnation of the Lord, literary incarnation of the Lord, comes specifically for the purpose of putting the Vedas and its Vedangas in a proper form so that for the next so many years in Kali Yuga, it will be useful. So he is feeling void even though he did so much work, which itself shows that there is no end to Krishna conscious activities. We do some Krishna conscious activity, afterwards we feel void, which inspires us to do more, which again inspires us to do more. So in Krishna conscious activities, there is no end or there is no finish. There is no finishing line. It's a race without a finishing line. We keep running. You may say, oh, when will I finish this? There is no finishing in Krishna consciousness. Why? Because the nature of bhakti is like that. Bhakti pareshana bhavo. The nature of bhakti is that it gives rise to sustained happiness. Sustained happiness or renewed happiness, which means it is not a static happiness. Nava, every day has to be a newer and newer realization of Krishna. That makes it sustained. In the material world, opposite happens. Everything is the same. Same morning get up, same house, same people, same office, same coming back. It's a deteriorating. Material life, anything matter, deteriorates. Anything you keep, a fresh flower, fresh fruit, fresh building, fresh family, everything becomes very boring. It does not renew itself. It does not sustain. That is why Krishna is ever fresh. Anything to do with Krishna is ever fresh. Knowledge of Krishna is ever fresh. Service of Krishna is ever fresh. Krishna's devotees are ever fresh. Because of this ever freshness, there is sustained interest. Otherwise, our interest will come down. Material subject, if you take, right, I call honeymoon. You buy a new car, honeymoon. You get a new wife, honeymoon. New wife means people keep changing. You get a new house, honeymoon. In Krishna consciousness, there is no honeymoon. It is everyday moon. The moon of Krishna, Krishna Chandra, ever fresh. That is why devotees feel ever fresh. They don't feel bored in Krishna's service. And there is no end to Krishna's service. We are not waiting for a day of retirement. Like in material life, when will I finish this life? When will I die? People get so frustrated with their life, and that life was created by themselves. They chose that life. The point is, it doesn't matter what life you choose in this material world, every path in this material world ends in the same thing, which is deteriorating interest and finally marana. So Krishna, Prabhupada calls it apavargasya. Spiritual life is apavargasya, material life is pavargasya. Pa-pa-ba-ba-ma. Parishram and maran till the end, Prabhupada. Work, until foam in your mouth and die. Spiritual life is apavargasya. It has no parishram, it has no maran, there is no bhaya, there is no boredom. Why? Because the subject matter is very, very fresh, ever fresh. And that is why Bhagavatam and Krishna, the stories of Krishna, life with Krishna is filled with newer and newer experience. So Vyasadeva is experiencing incompleteness. So you may say, how incompleteness? This is not material incompleteness. It is an incompleteness in the spiritual realm itself, which gives rise to another completeness. Just like separation. Separation is a negative feeling. Right? Separation, negative feeling. Material separation, people become very lonely. When they become lonely, then they become psychologically affected. Then they want to take medicines to bring up their spirits. Separation is also like that. So you may say, what is the difference? No, spiritual separation is not like that. The separation of gopis to Krishna, separation of devotees feel for Krishna, even though they are negative, there is a positiveness in it. Inside, it is full of ananda. Externally, it may look loneliness. Externally, it may look separation. But internally, it is total ananda. This is how Chaitanya Charitamrita explains the separation and the madness devotees and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu feels for Krishna. But the separation devotees feel for Krishna is a positive emotion, even though it's a negative thing. Separation. So in spiritual life, everything is ulta. I feel lonely without Krishna. That is not a negative feeling, that is a very positive feeling. His interest for Krishna is so much that he is feeling separation. But inside, externally, it is full of turbulence and turmoils. But internally, it is filled just like an ocean. On the surface, you see, full of big waves, turmoils. Ships are tossing, so much of trouble. But inside, the big fishes are feeling very at home. They don't feel that turmoil of the ocean. Similarly, externally there may be, but internally a devotee is full like an ocean. So this is the nature of bhakti. It has a quality to be ever fresh. It has a quality to sustain itself. And it has another quality of not wanting anything else. Shud apaha. Ever fresh, ever fulfilling, and not wanting anything. So this is what is bhakti, and that is why bhakti is real. It is not an emotional make-believe or an emotional adjustment of the mind. In the beginning, sometimes bhakti is like that. Oh, I feel so much for Krishna. But that is a mental feeling. But after so many years of sadhana and experience and knowledge, then if somebody is saying that has a meaning. In the beginning days, our feeling of separation, these are all mental good feelings, but they are not pure bhakti. Hence, Rupa Goswami has written Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which Prabhupada calls it as law book. Why? Because bhakti is very easy to imitate, very difficult to be genuine. Hence, in Bhakti Yoga, you will find so many duplicates, more duplicates, even ourselves. Whenever we feel in the heart oh, I'm a great devotee, you should not duplicate. These are all egoistic mental feelings of an impure mind. Until the mind becomes pure, until the heart becomes pure, where real love for Krishna can come. So whenever people say, I'm a great devotee, we don't accept also. Because, why? Being a devotee is not a cheap thing. Hence Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and great acharyas, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta and our Prabhupada, everybody was against all the show bottle bhakti, show bottle devotion. Devotion has to stem from real, mature, Krishna conscious realization. Krishna conscious realizations awakens when one is sincere in his service to Krishna, true to oneself. All kapata, all kind of hypocrisies is removed. Naked, stand naked in front of Krishna. Not dress-wise naked, mentally. All the upadhis are removed. All the feelings, I am this, I am that, I am like this, I am like that, I can be only like this, I cannot do that, this is my dignity, this is my level, I have to maintain my position. My fixations on many things, oh no, I do only like this. All these are borrowed from this world. And the funny thing is, we are not from this world. I don't belong to this world, but I come to this world and borrow everything which is belonging to this world and say, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. This is the hypocrisy. Bhagavatam does not stand for hypocrisy. Bhagavatam wants to smash dharma projita kaitavotra paramo. All superfluous religion, all hypocritic religious beliefs is smashing. And it's showing the true religion. What is that? One is Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Other one is everybody is a servant of Krishna. Nitya Krishna Das. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu defines Atma, soul, as Nitya Krishna Das. Functionally he is defining, not qualitative definition. Brahmos Aham Brahmasmi. That is a qualitative definition. But Krishna Nitya Das is a functional definition. And we are always with the function, with Krishna. What is the function? Not simply looking at Krishna. No. We are in service with Krishna. Always serving Krishna. That is the connection with Krishna. In service, we are connected with Krishna. Independently, we are not connected to Krishna. Independently means we are away from Krishna. Krishna Bahirmukha. So positive devotion means favorable to Krishna, serving Krishna, subordinate to Krishna, subservient to Krishna. This is the difference between devotee and monist. Like Prabhupada talks about the monist in this purport. The monists are not Paramahamsa. So we have to understand Krishna consciousness is very different from all the other Chota-Mota religion. They are all in the path of progression, but they are not the perfect thing to follow. Or you may say, oh yes, everybody says like this. I come to ISKCON, you also say that. I go to that place, you say, I go to, so which is the right one? And that is a mistake of Vyasadeva. Because Vyasadeva has written this for everybody. He has written this Purana, that Purana, every Purana. So Narada said, why did you do all those things? But there is a purpose. Why? Because Kali Yuga, people stay home. So at least you worship somebody. At least you be under somebody. Better than saying, I don't believe in God. It's better to believe in something than not believing at all. That is one level of bhakti, one level of punya. Otherwise it is very sinful. I don't care for anybody. There is no God. I do what I want. That is far worse than telling, okay, I worship somebody. So Krishna says in Gita, do not disturb the faith of people. Whatever faith they have, don't disturb them. Allow them to encourage them to do seva. Allow them to do Krishna Bhakti, but don't disturb their faith. Slowly, 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 they will realize, oh, what is the right thing. And that is what Prabhupada calls as science of Krishna consciousness. This is not religion of Krishna consciousness. This is not a faith of Krishna consciousness. This is not some belief of Krishna consciousness. This is a science of Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada never uses the word science. Why is science? Science means, what is science? What is the definition of science? Science means a system which is followed by anybody and the result is same. That is science. Even if a small boy mixes hydrogen and oxygen, he should get water. Even if a scientist mixes hydrogen and oxygen, he will also get water. Science does not change. Science is not subject to people and their background. Science is fact. So Krishna consciousness is like that. It is truth, absolute truth. It doesn't change. You follow, I follow, anybody follow, you will all get the same result. That is why it's called science. Why? Death is a science. Changing of the body is a science. Removing all the ignorance is science. I have a flight to catch, so I'll have to stop. Okay, another 10 minutes. So, Krishna consciousness is a science. It is not belief. It is an uncovering of false and bringing in truth. So, the uncovering process of falsity means every day is a different thing. Jai Shri Krishna Rukmini Satyabhama. So this is an uncovering process, like definition of bhakti itself. It is sarvopadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha bhakti ruchyate. Bhakti is defined as removal of all falsity, removal of all borrowed designations, removal of all false identifications, standing as a pure soul servant of the Lord by engaging our senses in the master of the sense. Rishikena Rishikesh. Rishika means our senses. Rishikesha means the Lord. So using our senses. So this simple process of devotional life where we use our senses in satisfying Krishna, that brings in purification of the heart. When the heart is purified, then all falsity is gone. When all falsity is gone, then the pure knowledge of bhakti will shine. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. So this pure Krishna consciousness has a nature of never boring, always fresh. So Prabhupada said, the fact if you can judge yourself whether I am advancing in Krishna consciousness or not by a simple exercise of whether I am showing more and more interest in chanting and hearing about Krishna. If I am having enthusiasm every day and it is more and more increasing, then yes, we are advancing. But it has to be after purification of the senses. When we come to Krishna consciousness, we feel very happy, floating in the clouds. After that, slowly, after 5 years, 10 years, sleeping consciousness. But by purification of the senses, that sleep has to go, that boredom has to go. The real inquisitiveness has to come. Next what? Next what? Next what? What is the reality? What is the reality? For which a devotee has to constantly pray. Every second he has to pray. What is the prayer? The prayer is to the Lord to show me the truth. Let me not be scared of the truth. Let me be in truth, not in ignorance. In ignorance, we can be happy. Close your eyes and be happy. Forget all the dangers in front of you. Does the danger go away? Danger will not go away. The falsity will not go away. The sorrowness will not go away. Deficiencies, what I feel in my heart, will not go away. So one's prayer, constant prayer, has to be to put us in truth always. Let me face truth. What is truth? Let me face. I like it or not. It is infamy or not. It is less profit for me or not. Doesn't matter. But let me be in truth. That is why we chant the Gayatri Mantra. To be in the truth. Removing the darkness with the sun's light. Removing the ignorance with Krishna's knowledge. So that is Brahmana. Then you are called a Brahmana. Irrespective of what birth, what action you do. If we are seekers of truth, then we are Brahmana. Brahma janati iti Brahmana. So this is what Bhagavatam gives. And because Vyasadeva thought like that, the deficiency, the result was this Bhagavatam, the Amala Puran. That is the speciality of Bhagavatam. Everybody recognizes Mahabharatam, Ramayanam, Puranas are all nice. Bhagavata Purana is a very serious matter. That is why it's called among Vidyas, among all knowledge. Your knowledge ends only when you become a Bhagavata. Your knowledge will end when you understand Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is the end of knowledge. Why? Because it shows the real truth. And what is the meaning of truth? Truth means you are to be sheltered. Where am I sheltered? Am I sheltered in a very false environment? Nice house, nice family, nice car, nice job, sheltered. That's not permanent shelter. What is permanent shelter? That is Krishna's lotus feet. Ashraya, the real Ashraya Tattva. That is the end of Bhagavatam. That is the end of knowledge. But it's the end of knowledge, but that is not end of our emotional connection. Every day it is newer and newer and newer realization of the Lord. Newer realization of the reality. If that is there in your life, you can say, okay, I'm going somewhere. So before understanding Krishna, we have to understand so many things. First we have to understand ourselves. Then we have to understand this world, our connection with this world. And what is our correct contact in this world. Then we have to remove all our subtle falsities. It's a big journey. Sometimes takes lifetime. But it can be shortened by our efforts and by taking shelter of what? The most merciful form of the Lord, which is the holy name. What is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare? What is it? Yes, but it is asking for shelter of the Lord. To be sheltered under the appropriate shelter, the Lord. Final settlement. Everybody is fighting today for settlement. No, I came here first. No, you came second. No, I was here before you came. Everybody want to fight for settlement. But our final settlement is on the Lord's lotus feet. That is permanent settlement. And that is what Bhagavatam takes it. That is why it is Amalapura. And that has come out of the ripe, mature knowledge of Vyasadeva. He was already knowledgeable. He is incarnation of the Lord. But the mature state of the incarnation of the Lord, just see the purity of it. Krishna told Bhagavad-gita to Arjuna before the fight. Arjuna fought. So many years, 16 years of enjoying the kingdom. In the end, he met Krishna sometime. He told Krishna, tell me once again the Bhagavad-gita. He said, no. I was in the correct state of existence of my Lord's pure existence, purity. In that state, he propounded Bhagavad-gita to Arjuna. That is why Bhagavad-gita has its position, the purest knowledge. Then he explained few things, and I can explain something. And that was a very complicated Bhagavad-gita. There is a second Bhagavad-gita in Mahabharata, 2 times. Second one is very complicated. The first one is very crisp, clear, concluded. So like that, Vyasadeva's Bhagavatam was in that mature state of the already matured person. Pure state of an already pure person. So just imagine how much purity will be there in that knowledge. That is why Bhagavatam and Gita has its prominent place. Stop here. Any questions or comments? 1 or 2.
If a person in actual sambandha with the Lord, where all the vishayas of the senses are removed, is acting, is being, everything is completely purified of all material contamination, and over and above that is acting in Sattanchit platform in the service of the Lord. So sambandha may be established in that platform. So above that sambandha also, will that be newer and newer rasas will be there?
Above?
Newer and newer rasas in...
Yes. So you go stage by stage to Krishna. Even when you reach even the final stage also, there is progressiveness there also. That is why Radharani says, I am not devotee of Krishna. Because she says, I never reached that position. Because you can never reach that position. The depth of Krishna consciousness, depth of being devoted to Krishna is so much that you can never reach it. Every stage of Krishna consciousness is ever increasing. That is the concept of spiritualism. Spiritualism does not have the deficiencies of the materialism. One of the deficiencies of materialism is that it has an end. The opposite of that is never ending. So anything spiritual is never ending. So any state you are in Krishna consciousness has a never ending aspect in that.
So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give the mercies, so many Chaitanya Chandradha Nataka, and so many places it is mentioned what is mercies and what his mercy means. And we see that Krishnadas Prabhu also tells that whoever comes, whether he wants or doesn't want, anybody is giving. But at times we see that even sometimes devotees very intimately do service to the Lord also. They don't really receive such kind of mercy. Though,
yeah, but we are all not come to a state to even understand the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We can read and appreciate. We can read Chaitanya Charitamrita and appreciate, but it's difficult for us to even understand what is mercy. Because we are all selfish. Unless the selfishness goes, we don't understand. And that mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has to be properly followed also. You cannot imitate it. Yeah.
Prabhu, you told the devotee always full, they don't want anything. But we also desire for more temple, we want to be more preaching or more devotees should be.
We want more what?
Opening the temples, preaching centers, devotee, and we are looking for also more donation will come, then we can spread the movement like that.
What is the question?
Before you told devotee always full, they don't any desires, they don't.
Put it down, I can't hear you.
They don't have any desires. They always.
Acha, devotees should not have any desires.
Yeah.
No, who said that? Devotees are full of desires. Devotees are full of desires. But the desires are for Krishna's satisfaction. This is where the monists go wrong. The monists say that I had to come to a position where there is no desire. Where the desire does not disturb me. Today the desires are disturbing me. Why is it disturbing me? Kill the desire. You cannot kill it. You have to engage the desire in the right direction. That is called doubting. So we can desire anything. But Prabhupada also said, you deserve before desiring. Simply desiring of no use. You deserve it. You do tapasya. You do enough sacrifice. Then you desire. Otherwise it's a fool's desiring. I want temple, temple. You are not even chanting your 16 rounds. You are not even preaching. you're not even supporting others, you're not even doing anything. Simply deciding no use. Deserve. So Prabhupada wants us to deserve first by our sadhana, by our sacrifice. So Prabhupada has given us do this, do this, do this, because Prabhupada knows he is a Pied Piper. He goes on blowing, the rat will keep coming below. So we are all the rats going behind Prabhupada. So by going behind Prabhupada, we will not be ditched in the ocean, but we will be taken to Krishna. So Prabhupada has given this because in Kali Yuga, everybody has so much passion to do for me, do for me, do for me. So Prabhupada said, do for me, do for Prabhupada, do to Krishna. So by that we get purified. That's a very, Prabhupada is cheating us to take us to Krishna. Do. And we'll get Krishna. Only acharyas can do that. We cannot imitate that. We just had to follow. Okay, I had to stop here. Srimad-Bhagavatam ki Srila Prabhupada.